ha, yeah. Now Sunday jolly night with this, so
that's what Kingsley Adesina did say about it. He has the mental capacity. He's mentally aware. He knows everybody around.
Okay, now Sunday jolly night with this, so thank you very much for joining us. This is Serious Matters on ONIF TV. My name is Alukunle Abraham, and of course, I want to show you one particular video. You don't see the video for intro. I want to show you that particular video. Now the video of one of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be APC presidential candidate for the 2023 election, presidential election. Critics, very, very strong critic. That's Chief Bode George. And so he makes some revelations. You know, say the saga of okay, Asiwaju no get his, you know, say this kind at this time, let me just come out straight. Now at times like this, we expect so many things to be unveiled. Yes, people who do not like you, we come up with all sort of insinuations. We come up with all sort of this is what you did then. Oh, this is what you did then. Oh, this is what you did not do. This is what you do not have. Yes, and you know, because they're in the opposition, you know, you expect quite a number of things. And so, Bode George had been a very, very strong critic of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In fact, he had made very, very strong statement, such as that if Asiwaju becomes the president of Nigeria, he will relocate to a nearby country and watch things from afar. And so, in this particular video, we find Chief Bode George, you know, making his own comment with respect to Asiwaju's credentials. You know, recently the saga of he has no papers, and Asiwaju coming up to tell INEC that he didn't attend primary school, and at some point he said that his papers were stolen by, you know, an unknown person and things like that. Let us watch this video. Watch this video, and then we'll come back to discuss it in full. Then, of course, you are free as it is going on. Please do drop your comment. Make it simple and civil, and of course, let us all see how things are and how things should be. Should we believe what Chief Bode George is saying, or what have you? Should we, on this ground, not vote for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to become our president? Should we now say that he's not straightforward? He's not. He has committed an offense by swearing an affidavit to not to having lost his papers, and then now coming up at this point to say that he didn't attend primary school. Has he committed an offense? So let us watch this video, and then we'll take it up from there.
What do you say to those things? I'm talking about Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's what Kingsley Adesina did say about it. He has the mental capacity. He's mentally aware. He knows everybody around, and he has educational qualification.
Oh God, look, I can bet you any amount of money. Let Bola bring out the certificate of his primary school, his secondary school, and the university he attended. We want to see them. Because I remember in 1998 or 1999, when we had the elections, you know, Afikuyomi was the one, when they raised and pulled his papers that he filled to INEC, they now asked him to produce all those papers. He said he went to Government College Ibadan and the children home school in Ibadan. We went there, we checked. What year? Where's your certificate? Nothing. When they were going to hoist him, he quickly said that it wasn't him that signed it, it was Afikuyomi that filled it. You look at your certificate. If you have genuine certificate, you went to a particular school, you must have friends who, because you won't be the only one in that college. Let's see them. I am shocked that Ogunlewe will be saying this in public. He knows for real that this fellow doesn't have all these certificates, and I'm not hiding it. Let him bring them out. Look, the days of lying and telling a load of bull is over. Completely over. Whatever you have, tell us. If you are from whatever, tell us. Why are you afraid? You must be afraid because you know that people will find out a lot of things that are illegal. That's why. Look, the educated Is the best education.
Okay. Let's leave that one alone and just take it up from there. Let's juggle things together. Now, this is coming up hours after controversy started over the academic history of the All Progressive Congress APC candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. A video has surfaced, which you just watched, of the former national deputy national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Chief Olabode George, challenging Tinubu to present his certificate. He even went as far as saying he can bet any amount. That Tinubu has no certificate. He has no certificate. Now, remember that we had issues with the certificate of President Muhammadu Buhari. That his WAEC certificate, one thing. There were all sort of things, but that did not stop President Muhammadu Buhari from becoming president or even doing second term in office and all of that. It has not stopped them. In fact, somebody has come up, some people say that, that he didn't have certificate then. His experience over time covered up for all that. What the certificates he doesn't have. Some people even came up to say, who certificate help? Well, George, a staunch critic of Tinubu, has remained consistent in his claim that Tinubu did not attend primary and secondary schools. George claims started trending after the Independent National Electoral Commission published particulars of candidates where Tinubu said the certificates of his primary and secondary school had been stolen. I don't know why anybody would want to, maybe we should substitute the word stolen, or we should take out the word stolen and put in the word lost. I think that would sound much better, because I see no reason why anybody would want to steal somebody's certificate. It's not useful for anybody. Maybe far back then, but then in recent times, and I'm talking about the last 10, 15, 20 years, Tinubu is not a name that you can steal, so to speak. And so, why would anybody want to do that? If that is the claim, then sincerely speaking, I really don't. I don't flow with that. That's you are free to drop your comments and make it simple and service, and civil as much as you can. Now, immediately after the information went viral that Asiwaju claimed that his certificate had been stolen, this particular video that I just showed, the Lagos PDP leader insisted Tinubu does not have primary and secondary school certificates, and that he could bet that the APC candidate did not attend the schools he claimed to have attended. George alleged that during the 1999 election, Tinubu allegedly said he attended some schools in Ibadan, Oyo State. In certificates of the schools, the primary schools, the secondary schools, and the universities he attended, we want to see them. I remember in 1999 when we had the election, when they pulled his papers that he filled with INEC, they now asked him to produce all the papers. He said he went to the government college Ibadan and children's home school in Ibadan. We went there, Yomi, that filled it, because if you went to a particular school, you must have friends, because you won't be the only one in that college. And some persons have come out to say, well, we had somebody come out to say, I was at that school in that particular year and I don't know Tinubu. Well, that's very possible. It's possible that you are in a school for donkey years and you don't know some people. It's not everybody that knew me when I was in secondary school. So I don't think that really that does not stand. But as you see things, the way it's going, the way all this saga of certificate, could that become a ground on which Asiwaju will be disqualified? Could he still be disqualified? Anyway, in any case, he hasn't become president. He's only a candidate of a party. You understand? He's only a presidential candidate of a party. But then, could that be the ground on which he could be disqualified? Could he lose? Is it possible that he loses election on that particular ground? You understand? Because some persons are saying that, like I said earlier on, some persons are already saying that, look, certificate does not matter. But there is a criteria for anyone who is going to vie for that position in the Constitution, no matter how little it is. There is a minimum qualification that you've got to have. And so, there have been lots of talks about this whole certificate issue. In fact, some persons have come, the likes of Sheikh Sonny came out to say, please just leave this man alone, leave certificate or no certificate alone. Somebody said, who certificate help? The certificate has not helped anybody. And so, but then I believe, I don't believe that's not really true. That's not really true. Like, certificate has not helped anybody. Well, you might say that, but that does not. That's not an issue. We have people who still very much believe in the likes of in Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. A lot of people see him as a godfather. A lot of people see him as a benefactor. A lot of people see him as a mentor. And so it doesn't matter what some people or what anybody says about him. You know, some people are just staunch followers of him. And so, but then let's see your opinion. Let's see your opinion. He had claimed, Asiwaju had claimed that some unknown person stole my academic certificates. He told INEC, that was what he told INEC, that someone unknown person stole his certificate while being on exile, while he was on self-exile. While he was on self-exile, he was one of the National Democratic Coalition chieftains who fled the country under the regime of late General Sani Abacha. Yes, Nadeko. It was one of them. Abacha clamped down on academics, activities, and other technocrats opposed to his regime. In his sworn affidavit, in sworn of his nomination form for the office of the president, Tinubu said he went on self-exile from October 1994 to October 1998. That's about 4 years. And when I returned and discovered that my properties, including all the documents relating to my qualification and my certificates in respect of paragraph 3 above, were looted by unknown persons. Unknown person. Why Tinubu skipped information regarding his primary and secondary education in the INEC form, he however said he attended University of Chicago between 1972 and 1976, where he obtained BSc in economics. He also said he had BSc in business administration as well as certificate in public accounting. Tinubu's latest claim appears to contradict his previous election submissions, especially in 1999 when he ran and won the Lagos State governorship election. He had said then that he attended St. Paul's Children's School, Aroloya Home School, Ibadan between 1958 and 1964, while his secondary school education was at Government College, Ibadan, GCI, between 1965 and 1968. Following the backlash, the former governor withheld his primary and secondary school academic records when he recontested in 2003. He held them back. He had claimed that from Ibadan, he proceeded to Richard Dolly College, Chicago from 1969 to 1971. He finally said he attended Chicago State University and University of Chicago. All the submissions were, however, challenged as fraudulent by a prominent Nigerian lawyer, late Gani Fawemimi, who argued the matter up to the Supreme Court, which dismissed the case on technical ground. In his former presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, presented a master's degree obtained in 2021 as his highest educational qualification. Well, like I said, the platform is open for you to please drop your comment, make them simple and civil. We're just looking at this saga of certificates or no certificates with respect to the presidential candidate of the APC, saying that his certificates do not tally with what he said concerning his certificate, what he actually put forth before, especially when he became governor back then. Of course, let's hear your comments. Let's share your comments. Make them simple and simple. And also, please do share this video with others. And also, like our videos. Please, just appreciate and let's do this together. Let's make this thing work properly. Thank you very much for watching us. This is Serious Matters on NONIF TV. My name is Olukunle Abraham, and of course, I will bring you updates as they unfold. The questions, so many questions that might just be coming up is: could Asiwaju be disqualified on this ground? Recall that what's his name? Osibajo is under pressure to rejoin presidential race with Kwakwaso. That's news reaching us. There appears to be renewed plots in political circles around the new Nigerian People's Party, and Vice President Yemi Osibajo come to draft Osibajo back into the 2023 presidential race. Although close aides of the vice president describe this as a mere speculation, arguing that their principal won't be leaving the All Progressive Congress, APC, sources insisted at the weekend that there were, active suggestions going on regarding the possibility of Osibajo Kwakwaso ticket on the platform of the NNDP. Well, we will bring you updates on as touching that one. If anything happens with respect to that, we would let you know if something happened in that direction. But if something happened in that direction, what are his possibilities? What are still the possibilities of the vice president, becoming the president of Nigeria come 2023 with the likes of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the platform of the APC that actually brought him to office as the vice president of Nigeria in 2015, and also the obedience on the Labour Party. The obedience on the Labour Party. You know what I'm talking about? That's the person of Peter Obi, and also Alhaji Atiku Abubakar on the People's Democratic Party's platform. Well, let me leave you alone at this point so that you can digest, and also let's hear your comments on these particular matters that I have raised on this particular show. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you. I love you so much, and I hope that you had a very wonderful weekend, and of course your strength is renewed for the week.